Hello, I'm Daniel and welcome to today's episode of Your Student Cook. Today I'll be showing you how to make 3 meals. First of all, I'll be showing you how to make chicken potato hot pot. Then I'll be showing you to make the ham and egg rice. And then the vegetarian sweet and spicy stir fry. Okay, here we go. Right, so for this I'm going to be making a potato chicken kind of roasted bake. First of all, you obviously need some chicken. I'm just using some frozen stuff. I'm using 4 potatoes. I'm just making a small one today, just for myself. And some of this, which is some chicken granules. Also, this can be used for a cheaper alternative, which comes inside a chicken flavoured instant chicken noodles, which are great for other meals, such as noodles and other things like that. I'll also be putting some salt on there. So obviously all I need to do is peel the potatoes. I'll defrost the chicken. So I'll stick the chicken into the defrost now, stick it in the microwave for about, I put it in for about 4 minutes because I am going to put it in the frying and char it a little bit before I put it in. Peel the potatoes. Okay, so fully peeled the potatoes. I now stick them in the bowl just for a quick wash. And then chop them up. Just chop them up into small, odd shapes. The chicken's done. So, just into small shapes about that size. Put them into. I'll be leaving them on there until they go soft and fall off of the knife. Obviously now they're not boiled, so they won't be falling off the knife. Some salt. And now for the chicken, taking this out. Fry up the chicken a little bit. Instead of using oil, I'll be using Flora cuisine, which is a lot less high in fat. And to be honest, since I've started using it, I find that I'm feeling a lot healthier. So just use this now. Just wait for it to melt. When it goes clear, it's ready to start using. And the potatoes, I believe, will be done now. Yeah, that's it. So I'll take the potatoes off, drain them out. So where it's all fluffy around the outsides, and that'll go nice and crispy. Into here. Then it's time to, when the chicken's looking less pink, it'll be time to stick some of this on. But obviously, as I said, you can stick a bit of this on, which just comes in with the noodles for flavouring. But when I make my noodles, I don't usually use the flavouring for that, so I do save them for flavouring rice, flavouring for potatoes or anything like that. so good idea to make sure your chicken's done is to cut it in half with the spatula and just check inside isn't pink at all. This one's not quite done. Leave it in there for another 30 seconds. Okay, so inside there, nearly done, ready to go. In here with the potatoes. Sprinkle some of these granules all over the top. And a little bit of salt. And just a little bit of butter. And that we go into the oven. Leave the oven to heat on about 120. Leave in there for about, say, 20 minutes to 30 minutes until the potatoes have got a nice golden brown colour. Okay, it's been 35 minutes now, and hopefully it should be ready. Yeah, it's done. See, it's all crispy on top. Looking good. Now ready to serve up. That can be served up with either vegetables, you put gravy on it if you wanted, have it like a roast dinner. But I think we're just going to have it like this. Okay, so quick tip. If you've got a blunt knife, don't worry. Just take some tin foil, fold it up. Like that. And then just cut through it with the knife. If you do this once a week, your knife shouldn't go blunt at all. There you go. Okay, for this meal, it's just rice, ham and egg. It's very simple. I've already put the rice into boil. This is the cheapest rice I can find in Tesco's. Long grain rice. It costs about 40p for a whole bag. Lasts about a week if you use it a lot. It's the ham, also very cheap. I think this pack cost me about 67p. And an egg. Obviously, everyone can get eggs. They're about 80p for a whole pack. So this, all we need is a small amount of rice, which is already in. I like to add some chicken seasoning. I take that out of the noodles packets which I buy. Ham, just to slice it. Get 2 slices. Slice it up like this into squares or rectangles, however you prefer it. Okay, right, the rice is on to boil now. It takes about 8 minutes or so as soon as it started to boil. So when it starts boiling like this, it should only take about 6 to 7 minutes. You're just waiting for it to go a bit soft. This is how you want the oil. Or butter, this is how you want the butter or the oil, depending on what you're using. Just grab a handful of the ham and the egg, chuck that in there. scramble it all up, turn the heat down to very low. Once you've already melted the butter, it should be fine to have it on almost off. I like to get it to about that, so it's not quite done yet. So you can still see that the white's a little bit runny almost. Not too runny though. Take it off the heat. Now to drain this, you use a strainer to do this. I'm just going to use the lid from another saucepan. Drain off all that water that's unwanted. As you saw, I didn't put much rice in at the beginning, but it does double in size, so there will be more than you put in. So do be careful. If you're not wanting a large meal, just put a little bit less in there. Now if you turn the heat back up, chuck your rice in with there. Mix it about a bit until it's all mixed ham, there's no mixture in between it. Okay. It's a meal ready for one. Okay, so my second quick tip. I've got some very hot chilies here. Obviously you don't want to touch them with your hands. So what I've done, I just grab Tesco bag, grab the chili out with that. Hold it there and get it chopped up with the Tesco bag in your hands, so you don't get any of those hot chilies on your fingers. That's my next quick tip. Okay, hello. Today I'm going to be making my favourite stir fry. Today I'm going to be making a vegetarian one, so for anyone that is vegetarian out there. First of all, mushrooms, just slice them up. Depends how you want them, but I'm going to wash mine first. You can peel them, but I find it a lot easier just to wash, give them a wash, make sure all of the excess dirt or anything's off of them. They're usually quite clean though. From Tesco's, these are rather cheap. I think they cost about 80p for a box. It depends what brand you get, or if you get the Tesco value ones, they do cost slightly more. No, slightly less, sorry. Just slice them at about this thickness. If you want to take the stalks off, it's fine. I always keep mine on, just for so there's extra food there. Okay, so there's your mushrooms. Just push them to the side. Next of all, I'll be using bean sprouts. Bean sprouts are very cheap. They only cost me 50p for a whole bag like this. And as you can see, I've already been using them, and they last for 3 or 4 days. And if you make 2 or 3 stir fries, if you want, you can use a lot. I only use a handful about that size. And I'll stick my mushrooms in first. There we go, it's melting quite nicely. Just stick my mushrooms in there. Get them frying up in there. Once they've fried a little bit, I'll be sticking in the bean sprouts. Bean sprouts are quite cheap as well, 50p for a packet. Just from Tesco's. moment I'm just making a vegetarian stir fry. Quite often I do add chicken to it, or make some red pepper, but at the moment I don't have any red pepper, and it doesn't matter. You can quite often just stick whatever you want into there. You can add some ham, some egg if you wanted it. Okay, so now these have done a little bit more. When they come a slight brown colour like this, I'll then add my bean sprouts in. Take as many as you want. You can put a handful and a pinch in there like that. Fry these up a little bit. And then I'll be adding some chilli sauce in there with that. Okay, they're going a little bit soft now, so I'll add myself a little bit of salt in there, not too much though. Okay, with these stir fries you can go two different ways. You can either go, you can add some chilli sauce in there, you can add some soy sauce. I'm going to add some chilli sauce today, and let's make it a bit sweet as well. I will add some sugar. This isn't necessary at all though. By adding the sugar in there in a minute, it will come up tasting quite like a sweet and sour, a bit spicy. If you want, you can add some chili powder in there as well, and maybe some hot chilies. Okay, so I'll add some sugar in there, not too much, just sprinkling over the food there. Mix it all in. Where I turn the heat back up. Okay, so the noodles are now fairly soft. I'm taking these, draining them out. Just got it like that, just chuck your noodles in, give it a stir around. So it's all mixed in. There you have a very cheap, simple meal that tastes good. Okay, that's all for Your Student Cook. As always, you can get all of our recipes on www.yourstudentcook.pixo.com.